then it's okay to get something like a $5 Liberty or even or a $5 Indian, because the spread isn't that great. You're not going to be losing hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Per coin.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so if you get 100 of them, it's a substantial amount of money.
On the $20 gold pieces. And you're right.
And they're marking these things up 30 and 40 and 50%.
Yeah, I got a lady today that sent me a list of coins that she bought from a dealer down in New Orleans. I quoted her like $800. She says, "Why is it so low? I paid $1,100 4 years ago." Like, well,
that's because of who you bought it from.
Exactly. Here's a question. Can you explain the difference? This isn't from Jan. Can you explain the difference between the London gold market and the COMEX? Do they have to sell physical gold into the market to short the London market?
Yes. The London market, they have two fixings. I believe there's 6 or 8 companies that do the fixings among themselves, and it's for physical delivery only. There's another London market called the LMBA or LBMA, one or the other, and it's an over-the-counter market, and it deals primarily for delivery. But people do trade in and out of that market, and right now they're short in that market about 25 tons of gold, which of course they can't deliver. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens if gold shoots up and they have to deliver. Of course, they'll go under. And the COMEX is in a relatively same position, which it's a futures market as well as the LBMA. And they don't have the gold and silver that they say they have either. And if you look at their inventory figures, they'll go for weeks without changing them. I mean, you got to be kidding me. And what do they think they are? We are stupid? And so those markets I would not be in.
And then that was a question for you. He also has a question for me. He says the U.S. Mint have sold 3,592,000 Silver Eagles in January, the biggest sales in 1 month in 23 years. You've been in the market for so many years. He was wondering what I think of this enormous run for silver, and that is just one bullion coin. There is all the others as well. And I think there was just a pent-up demand for silver as we go through the holidays. They quit making the 09s in silver. You had a nice drop in you actually had the price running in December at the same time. The availability was short, so you have more people also opening IRAs, placing gold and silver into their IRAs. So the demand, and that is one of the products that is available to the IRA. So I think you have all these things working together. But again, the pent-up demand, and from the end of the year, from 2009 to 2010. Would you like to add anything to that?
Nope.
Great questions today. We've had lots of them. Wonderful questions today. If I can get... Also, I wanted to remind the listeners the problem WWCR was having with the frequencies, with the Canadian and the French overtaking the frequencies for a period of time because of the Haiti rescue, the emergency lines. They pretty much have confiscated the frequencies between 10 and I believe it was 3. And also you have Russia that was confiscating some of the frequencies due to military. And after over 20-some years, WWCR has never had these problems before. Would you like to comment on any of that, Bob? The way they're taking over these frequencies? Is it just...
Well, they want you off the air. It's pretty simple.
I mean, coming from Russia and Canada and French and French.
Well, they probably don't want any dissent at all. And they'll do the same thing eventually to the Internet. Well, at least they'll try.
And I had some other questions that just came in. Here's one from Beverly. She's in, I think it would be warm in Hawaii. Have you ever been to Hawaii, Bob?
Yes, I have, several times.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. It's very warm there.
I'd take it today. For some reason.
Well, it's cold over most of the world, I'll tell you that. This is probably the coldest winter in 100 years. And how about Tecumseh, whatever his name is, the creature that comes out and sees or doesn't see a shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil?
Mm-hmm.
He saw his shadow. We have 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh, my gosh.
And that's official.
Well, there's one in New England called Quentin Quahog. And for those of you who don't know, quahog is a big clam. And he supposedly told us that winter was going to last another 6 weeks as well. So there you go.
All right. Well,
confirmation.
All right.
They call it the Animal Weather Service.
I guess she was listening to us when we were talking about silver, and you know, she wants to know about should she be swapping her silver coins for gold. And
well, I think everybody should have, as part of their portfolio, 20 or 30%, depending upon how much money they got invested in. And I perennially have liked dimes, quarters, and halves pre-64, 90% silver. And because everybody knows what they are, and they can use them in barter or sell them when the time comes. And yes, the silver eagles are fine, but I prefer the others. The premiums are much lower on the junk silver, and but you might want to, if you have a lot of silver, get more gold, but you have to discuss that with Melody. She's the one who knows what to do.
And, you know, again, it's suitable. What's suitable for you? You know, what range are you in, and so forth. Sometimes silver is suitable for you, and so you have to take all that into account. And I heard the bell. We're done for the day, but we'll be back on Friday, and I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. Thank you, good night, and God bless. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, and thank you all for listening, and please bear with our email problems, and if you missed an issue, let Melody know.
Yes.